Hey everyone, well, I'm back here inside this rotor cage on the combine, and as you can see from my last video, I've gotten quite a bit of this here pulled in straight, and yes, I know my welds right there don't exactly look all that great. It's kind of tricky trying to weld upside down with a wire welder. Your slag keeps wanting to drop out. However, I know I got good heat on it because I can see on the back side of this, on the outside, it's got a bluish colored. And so when it's blue, that means the heat went through it. And so hopefully you can see right there. Get my glove back on. But I want to take and heat this part up right through here and begin to close this back up. And that'll probably be about the only time I can actually get much of a video, because what I've been having to do is heat up spots, pull in a little bit, weld, heat up, pull in, weld, and so it just off and on, just jumping all over the place. And so it's hard to video a whole lot of that because I'm either heating or welding or back and forth, and so it's just not exactly all that convenient. But right now I'm going to try and see if I can get that heated up so that I can begin to close that big opening back down again. Okay, let's see what we got. And I'll say one thing, it's not exactly all that comfortable laying in here kind of on one elbow, and that ratchet strap does make for a good headrest, so you sort of lean your head on it about halfway. I'll try to get, like I said, I want to get this here heated up and basically try and get that closed shut. But I know a cousin of mine, he told me one time that whenever you're welding, if it turns blue on the back side, you know that it penetrated good, you got good heat, and not only am I going to weld here on the inside of the cage, I'm going to weld on the outside too. And so you'll be getting double hit. Well, I just got to heat this section up right here. That way I can get that to begin to pull back around. And this one right here, I don't know if you can see that very well. That little bar is actually is bent, and so I'll take a pair of pliers and then try and carefully heat the base of it up and bend it back in place. And also another thing I've been doing, right before I weld, I'll take the torch and get it good and warm wherever I'm going to be welding. That way it's not trying to weld cold steel. It just seems to work. It seems to work better that way. Okay, now Let's begin to put the pull on with the ratchet. Hey, there we go. That one, hey, that straightened that better. Good. Trying not to get super over hot, just get enough to where I can bend it, and that's about all. Okay. I may have to end up sticking a pry bar into it also. Not quite that easy. Let's see what we can do with the ratchet strap. Okay, the thing I gotta watch is that I don't over pull in that section. That looks like that's got that pretty well straight. And what it looks like I may have to end up doing is I heated up these square pieces right here. And so what I'll probably end up doing is jump over on this row right here going up and down to finish pulling that closed. Because, like I say, if I don't, I'm going to, when I pull that, this part right here is going to be sticking in too far. And I don't want that. You want to try and keep it as straight and as even as possible. That looked too bad right there. Yep. Got the ratchet strap a little warm. Huh. Kind of melted the rubber coating. Okay. Whew, I can smell that. Smells like burnt plastic. Okay. Well, that's got that part straightened up. Okay, I'm going to try something. Something don't look quite right. And so I'm going to hook on right there. Oh, boy. And see if I can, well, I'm going to have to heat that bottom piece up just a fraction. I want to see if I can take and pull that bottom in just a little bit more. It don't need a whole lot. Just a little bit. One thing for sure, the temperature definitely dropped from yesterday to today. Yesterday it was in the upper 30s, put near 40. Now we're back down in the mid 20s. So all right, let's see. Okay, that did seem to help a little bit. We'll let it cool down, then I'll release the strap and that should let it go back at, let it basically go back into place. Okay, there we got that. Well, that don't look too bad right there. Okay, let's see here now. Now this part right up here, we look, gotta wash, that's still plenty warm. I gotta watch, I got a little bit of a bubble right through there. And what I may have to end up kind of doing is get this part here, bend around like this a little bit, and then well, either take a pry bar and or just get these points here warmed up and kind of flatten that a little bit. Otherwise, it's not going to set just right. Okay, well, let's throw a little bit more heat into a different area. Let's just start right up here at the top, and I'll just have to work my way up and down. Okay, I just got that spot right there warmed up. Jump down here on this point. I've seen where some guys have said that certain, I think it might be on some of the older combines that they actually had like sections that you could replace. Now, if I could replace just this section, that's probably what I would have done. However, it's all one piece from down here. It's just like, kind of like the top half of a circle. And so, trying to replace all that is easier said than done. Okay, we'll jump down here on the bottom, warm him up. I can tell you one thing, with this cold weather, I'm about ready to take this torch and warm my toes up. They're cold. But that'd just be a waste of acetylene, so don't want to do that. Okay. Try to get this thing to where it'll kind of hold some decent heat on it. I think I must be scorching some of that old corn dust. Okay, let's see what we can do. A little different pry bar. Come on, let's go. You'll work a whole lot better when you get back in place. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can see that, and I've been kind of wondering this whole time. But when that began to break loose, it kind of shifted and allowed that to kind of pitch down just a fraction. That's where we're not lining up exactly right here, back to original. However, it kind of stretched it up here on top, and so I can't exactly put that back into place. However, I can weld right back to this, and I'm still butting somewhat up against the old mounts, and so I can weld those and just weld the whole entire thing solid, and it should be okay. And then like it's hit the button, get the torch head shut off. And then up here, once I can get these 3 points here tacked, I'm going to have to heat this piece here up, bend that little finger right there in, and I will probably heat this right here up, and let's see here, that one and this one, and smack that with the hammer and kind of flatten that some. Well, actually, this right here too. This one, this one, this one, and that one. And then I'll have to heat that up, straighten that piece back, and put that back in place. And just have to see what I can do, because you can see it kind of stretched right there. There's a little chunk of that little bar. And so probably what I'm about ready to start doing is welding these right here. And then I'll heat up and kind of smack this right here, because I got to wash it. It's still plenty warm. But I can kind of feel a little bit of a bubble right there. And I want to take and flatten that back out. And so, like I say, that's basically what I'm going to be doing. And so, I'm going to go ahead and shut the video down and get the welder fired up and get these points right here welded to get this here flattened out. And that should be basically it as far as that goes. Then, like I say, once I get all done inside welding, I'll take the forklift. Right now I've got the welder sitting on a pallet right there, running right inside. And however, I'll just take and raise the welder up to the top. You can kind of see right there through them holes the top of the hopper, because I've got the access doors open, and that's the shed roof up above. But I'll just take and raise the welder up to the top of the hopper, then run the cables in, and then go to work welding all this out, all this down through here from the outside. That way it's welded inside and outside for double strength. And so, take care.